All right, this is our first video with Scott's latest video contraption. It's very space age looking, so it's kind of nice to be able to talk into a camera and not have something perched on the edge of the Kleenex box, which now gets to reside on its own over there. So we're going to start with a little bit of a legislative update. The session started this time with some solvency issue bills that were targeted towards FY17. So it appears for now that we have emerged from FY17 without any kind of future cuts. So we should be okay between now and June 30th without having any further mid-year cuts. I can't really say too much about what's going on for FY18 other than to say that it is fairly certain, I would say, that we will be looking at some type of a cut. Our messaging to legislators is that we really are going to have a very difficult time sustaining any future cuts, and so we're hoping that they will, be able to spare us as much as possible. There's one other bill that we are kind of keeping an eye on that is kind of an interesting thing and has a lot of potential to assist our students, I think. This is HB 108, and it's a transfer bill. So what it would do is legislate transfer of general education, the new general education curriculum that a committee is now working on, and it would allow individual colleges the ability to determine their own general education and then require that that be transferable among all the colleges in New Mexico. So I think this would be a great thing for our students. We've had several people from our campus who have worked on this legislation and the programs moving into the legislation with Secretary Dameron. So we're very hopeful that this will get through and be a good thing for our students. Just a bit of an update for our friends in IT. I think several of you might have had some scary moments last week with the whole bug server crashing and everything. And I am very happy to report, and I know Norman has put the word out too, that Bugs has moved to a virtual server, and so it is now stable and okay. You'll have to ask Norman if you want to know exactly what a virtual server is and exactly, it's not just something you're thinking about in your mind or something like that. It is real. Next week we will be doing our media preference survey with our students. I think so that'll be in classes, and this is what our marketing department uses to really help us get a really good idea of how our students hear about us and where they would prefer to hear about us, and help us really spend our money a little bit more effectively in marketing so that we're really targeting students where they will see us. And it will also contain some questions about retention that are part of Title V project too. So I think it'll be good, and so help promote with students the importance of the survey and really giving it their full attention and really paying attention to to what they're asking. I want to remind everybody that February is Black History Month, so we have a couple of things that we're doing to celebrate the importance of Black history and to encourage you to participate in some of these events. The library will be doing a video display for Black History Month starting next week that will go through the end of the month. They're always really good at pulling media and books and things like that will help us celebrate that heritage. But I'm especially pleased to announce that the Cultural Arts Series will be hosting the African Guitar Summit on February 21st. So this to me sounds like a guitar conference or something like that, but that's not what it is. It's way more fun than that. So it's guitars and also drums and marimbas, and they're really a fantastic group. And so it is not a conference, it will be a concert, and it'll be a whole lot of fun, and I'd encourage everybody to try to go. But before that, on February 11th, we have one other February cultural arts performance, and this is Monica y Grupo Mezcal, which will be at the Civic Center. It's a Tejano group, and Laura Leal from our Board of Trustees is the keyboard player for this group. Apparently, they can really tear it up, so I encourage everybody to try to attend that. I am very pleased to announce this year's NYSOD winners. These are the faculty who have been nominated by the other faculty members for teaching excellence, and this year's nominees are Emily Neiman from the English department and Caroline Popescu from nursing. These are two extremely well-deserved nominees, and so they will go into the larger competition for NYSOD winners that is part of the annual NYSOD conference at the University of Texas in May. I also do want to give everybody a little bit of a heads up. SkillFest is going to be here before we all know it. That will be March 3rd, and we've had a committee working on this, so there'll be a little bit of a change to the format, but you should be seeing some information coming out on that pretty quickly. But it's gonna, it's gonna come really quickly, so I'm giving everybody a heads up so you don't go SkillFest. We're talking about SkillFest now. It's time. I also want to mention our PTK students who were going to be honored at the Capitol in Santa Fe on February 27th. Randy Porch and Rosetta Barta are the students that have been selected by the Phi Theta Kappa. February 27th is Community College Day at the Roundhouse. This is the first time that we've done this event, so there'll be some other things going on. Chris Isham will be there with the recruiting table trying to show off some of the accomplishments of Clovis Community College and also talking to potential students. There will be a lot of students in the Capitol that day, and then there will be a ceremony that will honor our PTK the recipients of the PTK award. So that will be something to look forward to, and I want to congratulate our students on that achievement. That's pretty much it for this month. I do want to give you a little bit of a heads up. Scott Knauer and I are working on a video that will commemorate some of the Chuck Norris video accomplishments and some of the advertising things, like the infomercial for the Total Gym that Chuck Norris promotes, and also that fantastic commercial where he kicks that salt shaker and hits that old man in the face with that. So, and this is especially a shout out to my friends Brandy and Robin in PTA, because Chuck Norris is at the heart of pretty much all that they do over there, I think. So we're going to do something to acknowledge that. But for now, I want to thank you all for what you do and encourage you to take advantage of some of the events that we have coming up, and please let me know if there's anything I can do to help you.